Hi everyone, it's Lauren Kinghorn again, and today we're going to speak about, or I'm going to answer the question, what's copywriting? Now, copywriting seems to have changed quite a bit over the years, but when I finished school, my first job was as a junior copywriter in a below-the-line agency. So what a below-the-line advertising agency does is they basically send out junk mail. Well, that's one of the main things we did. So you know those letters you used to get in the post? We don't seem to get as many anymore because now, of course, the world has moved to SMS and emails, and things have changed somewhat. That was a good, let's see, it was 1991. So how many years ago is that? I'm giving away my age here. Anyway, so a copywriter in those days was someone who worked in an advertising agency and wrote sales copy or persuasive writing to get people to buy stuff. That was the whole idea. In fact, most of the copywriting that I did in that agency was I wrote catalog copy. So one of our major clients owned, it was called Leisure Books, and what they did is they sold books to clients, and so I had to write all the little book reviews. Very, very short ones that went into the catalogs that we sent out. It was so much fun. I really loved doing catalog copy. It was great, and that was my form of copywriting. But of course, you could also write storyboards. I did go and do an advertising course, and I learned how to do above the line advertising and copywriting as well. So it's very different when you're doing it for TV and you're writing storyboards and you're creating a whole what do you call? Can't remember. It's so long ago. But that was then. This is now. Copywriting has changed. Okay, I'm sure there are still people who do the traditional copywriting in advertising agencies, sure. But when you hear about copywriting nowadays, it's mostly referred to people who are writing on the net, which is really actually content writing. So what I want to talk about today is what's copywriting in digital marketing, because there is a difference. So let's talk about content writing, SEO content writing, and copywriting when you are building websites. So this is a whole different ball game because you're writing to an audience that doesn't have a lot of time to read. So they generally will only digest short little bites of information. And so you have to be very specific on how you write your copy on a website. So say now you've put up a website. We'll just start with websites because that's the first form of content writing. What I would always do is do SEO content writing. So SEO content writing means that you do your keyword research first, and your keyword research is to find out which search terms people are searching for on the internet. So say now you go on Google and you type in what's copywriting or what is copywriting, there will be, I don't know, I think I just did the keyword research. It was something like 6,000 people were searching for that, 5,800 and something. Okay. So a really good number of people want to know what copywriting is. So that is a great search term. But the other thing you're looking for is how many competitors there are who use that exact search term. So why I chose what's copywriting instead of what is copywriting is because there are less people competing for that exact term. So what with an apostrophe S, what's copywriting, is 173 people searching for that. I mean, competitors who have used that exact term, and there were 200 and something. Sorry, I don't remember the exact numbers. I'm terrible with numbers. Numbers are not my thing. Words are my thing. But yeah, the idea was it was a better choice of keyword because there were less competitors for that exact keyword. An even better keyword is to go very, very specific. So what's copywriting in digital marketing? That has only 40 searches a month. So the searches go way, way down. But guess what? 0 competitors. Well, now that I've told you, there might be more competitors, but at this very moment, there are 0 competitors for that exact search term. What's copywriting in digital market? I think that's what I put in digital marketing. Yeah. Okay. So that will be my keyword for the post that I put up on my website, What's Copywriting in Digital Marketing. And What's Copywriting would be the keyword that I could use on YouTube, for example, for this video, because YouTube is a very high authority site, as you know. Millions of people are watching YouTube every day, and I've got a good chance of getting a few hits on this video just for the term What's Copywriting, because there's only 173 competitors, and those competitors might not be doing video. They might be doing writing posts, or doing, they might not be very as specific as what I'm doing here, which is teaching you exactly what copywriting is. Well, I hope you like my definitions anyway. I'm just doing it my way. That's all we can do, really, is do it our own way and appear as ourselves and see what happens, whether one day one of our videos or one of our posts goes viral, and then we start to get this heaps of traffic. And that is what content writing is all about, is you are trying to deliver valuable information. Yes, sometimes it is persuasive, but it's not really persuasive as in an advertising way like most traditional copywriting is. Your idea is that you want to give as much value as you can in whatever it is you're saying on video or audio or in a post, so that people will come and read or listen or watch what you have to say. That is the idea of very good content writing or copywriting on the net. So that is then how the starting point of SEO content writing is, that you would find the right keyword, and then you would obviously use that in your post a few times. You would mention it. And you would put it as headlines in your post. You would name images with that particular keyword. There's various things you can do for SEO content writing. But then let's get into the actual writing itself. So let's say you're writing a blog post on your website. What you would want to do is embed a video using that same keyword as well. That also really helps you. You could also embed, if you went and made a little slideshow or PowerPoint or PDF document, you could upload that to slideshare.net, which is owned by LinkedIn, and you could then embed that into your post as well. So there's a few ways that you could really help yourself get bumped up to page 1 of Google, or any of the search engines for that matter, Yahoo, Bing, Google, any of the big guys. You want to be sort of moving up so that you can be on page 1, ideally position 1, page 1 for that particular search term. That's your SEO side. Now we're getting into the post and how you would write the post. As I said, people only like to get short bursts of information. So you want to make your headlines very, very clear. So if I was writing a post that was What's Copywriting as my main title, I would further down the post say What's Copywriting in Advertising, What's Copywriting in Digital Marketing. And those would be sub headlines further down the post. You could have them as H2 tags or H3 tags. It's not really that important, as long as you have just a mix of different tags, with one H1 tag, your main headline in your post. Then you also want to, because people don't have a lot of time these days and are only going to see whether this post is attractive to them and it's giving them the right kind of information, and they want to see that quickly, you want to add some really nice pictures and images that you've created yourself that really tell the story as well. So maybe you could create an infographic, or you could just use a really bright, catchy picture that gets people's attention. And your headline should also capture people's attention as well, kind of draw them in. So you could say top 10 tips, or how-to, or how-tos are always really, really good. But I've noticed that, the search term for what is and what's are also really, really great search terms for most subjects, because people want to know what something's about. Oh yes, and if you add about at the end of something, you can have a very, you can minimize the number of competitors you have for that particular search term too. And you don't always minimize the number of people you have searching for the topic. Does that all make sense? I hope that does. Okay, so back into how you're going to write your post is you want to now take those headlines and now write your paragraphs. But your paragraphs must be really short and sweet. You can sometimes just use one word or one sentence as a paragraph just make them really, really easy to read. And bullet points are really important. The more bullet points you can use, the easier it is for someone to really get the gist of what you're saying. So they can, in a way, a lot of really good posts look like listicles on the net. So there's lots of lists all over the show. Wherever you can, do your bullet points and do very short paragraphs, and then you'll have a great post. And lead people in with questions as well. Questions also work really well. And then at the end of the post, I always like to ask a question to either offer, so you either want to have a call to action at the end of your post, inviting somebody to take the next step. So you want to give them what the next step is after they've read this post. Maybe there's another post you want to send them to that would be interesting to them. Maybe there's an ebook you have for them that they could download, or maybe there's a slideshare they could go and watch, and they could download the PDF files if you want to. Whatever it is, you want to have some call to action at the end of your post. Very often at the end of my blog posts, my call to action is simply that I would like them, I ask them, throw out a question to my audience, and I ask them to leave a comment at the end of my post just to get some engagement going on the post. That's not really the strongest call to action though. I probably need to go back to all my posts and put stronger calls to action in each of them, because I'm not really marketing much, and that means that's not really great copywriting, essentially, because copywriting is persuasive writing, isn't it? But yes, this is the idea of copywriting as content and SEO content. I hope you've got a really good idea of it. Of course, you can do it on video. Of course, you can do it on audio if you're a podcaster. I have not got to the stage in my video where I do it in a very organized format. So I don't have little bullet points on each point, which I really should get to sometime. But you know what? We're all learning. It will get there. I've seen some amazing videos lately. Please go and check out Stephanie Stewart Sells. Her videos are absolutely amazing. And Melanie Weber's as well. I'm going to pop links to their profiles down below so that you can go and check out these wonderful ladies. They have been doing amazing YouTube videos where they really are way more professional than this one. And I follow them and they follow me, and as YouTubers like to get along, I totally believe in collaboration over competition and supporting each other and building each other up. And so yes, please go and subscribe to their channels and check out their videos. I can't wait to see what Stephanie Stewart does on her copywriting video today, and I know she'll be watching mine as well. Thanks a lot for your time, everybody. Subscribe to my page, please. I'm brand new to YouTube. I need some support. Thank you. And if you could pop me a like, that would be great. And you know what? I've never asked anybody to do this before on any of my videos, but wouldn't you like to share my video? If you felt it was valuable to you, it would be really great if you could share it on your Facebook page or something like that. And that makes me think I must go and share my friends' videos as well. Okay, bye for now. Thanks very much for your time.